Hello guys, I think so we are live now. Yeah, if I'm live and you can hear my voice, then you can quickly write yes in the chat so that I can understand that you are able to listen to me. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I want Sheikh. Yeah, guys, are you able to listen to me? Is there any issue with my audio or anything? Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, guys, quickly confirm if I'm audible to you. That would be great for me, so that we can move to the session. Yeah, hello. Hello. It's all okay. Okay, great. So I hope so you can also see my screen. So now we will get into today's lecture. So yesterday, yeah, we had some problems and issues, but still we started the coding part, and we were done for the navbar, not completely, but for the desktop view. And today we will be continuing that part, and we will complete that responsive part for navbar, and then we'll get into our about section. Okay. So quickly, let's get into that part, and we can start the mobile navigation. So I hope you can see my screen. So now we were done with the desktop navigation. Now we will be starting with this part of mobile navigation. Okay. Hello everyone. Good evening everyone. Hi everyone. Okay. Everyone. It's for everyone. Okay. So individually I can't address your names, so that's why. Yeah. So now let's start the mobile navigation part. Yeah. So I have already defined the div for this, and we will be starting it up. And first thing we'll add is class name, and we will hide this. Okay. Why we are going to hide this? Because we do not want the screen to be shown for large screen window. Okay, that is why we are hiding this part up. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Madhurima, you will get the code link today. Yesterday, I forgot to share it due to some reasons. Yesterday was not any significant topic, but you will be getting the code link by today, okay? And even the notes that we used, you will get that too. Yeah, okay. So we have defined our medium as hidden. Why? Because we do not want our nav links or else are this venue to be shown on as screen windows. Okay. And now we are going to use two important things. So as I already told you to install Lucid React. So let me quickly check in mind if Lucid React is installed or not. Okay, we haven't installed. So I will search for Lucid React. So we will be installing the Lucid React. Okay, let's installation be complete. And why are we installing Lucid React? Because we are going to use icons from this part. Okay, we are going to use icons from this part. So that is why we are installing our Lucid React. So what icons are we going to use? We are going to use two icons, namely menu and X. Okay, so let me import that up first. So one icon will be using menu and one icon will be using X from where React. Okay, so we will be using this both from the Lucid React. Yeah, you can use the React icons. It's your choice. If you are well with Lucid, no problem. The thing is output, guys. The major thing over here is the output. Okay, so if you're getting same output by doing different step, no problem. You can use it. Okay, hi Rajvardhan. Yes, Savita, we will share the code. Okay, do not worry about that. We will be sharing the code by today. Okay. Yeah, so we have imported our menu and X, and now we will create two buttons. Okay, we will be creating two buttons, but before that, we have to create a use state. So we will be doing that part too. So uh, let me put my use state. So it will be use state from React. So why are we going to use use state? Okay, so let me get on the screen. So see, when we are on a small size window, we will be on a small size window, we will have a burger menu. So it will be something like this. Okay. So we will be having a burger menu. When user comes and click on this menu, your nav links will get open. Okay. Once the nav links are open, we need a cross button over here. So it means we are switching between two icons, or else we can call it as switching between two different states. So to manage this two switching, we are going to use our use state property. Okay, use state property. So let me quickly define that part also. Can we use a map, sir? Obviously, you can use map. We will be creating most probably tomorrow one page where we will show you how to use map and other parts. Okay. Yeah. So now we will be defining our user state part. So the name for it will be given as cost. Okay. Menu open. So menu open and is menu open. So this will be the name and yeah, so this is the state getting created and we have to give it a default state. Okay. We have to give it a default state in which it should be. So by default, we are giving it as false. Okay. By default, we are assuming that the menu, drop down menu for mobile screen is not open. Okay. That's the default that we are deciding. Okay. So once you click on the burger menu, in that case, we will change it up. But right now, we are assuming it that it should be closed while opening. Okay. Yeah, guys. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. I will not be taking each and everyone's name. There are many public over here. So covering everyone's name would be quite difficult for me. Okay. Yeah. So now let's get into creation of a button. So we are going to create a button inside this part. Okay. So let's define our button. So inside the button tag, everything will be added. Okay. So all menu, all logic for menus and everything will be added in that part. Yeah. So let's quickly add that up. So we'll also give the class names and all, but before I want to add the logic in there. So define a curly braces, and inside a curly braces, we are going to use curly operator. Okay. So we will be using the defined state. So what state will be defined is menu open. Okay. So we are checking if menu is open or not. Yeah. We are checking if menu is open or not. It means if menu is given true or not. If it is given true, in that case, we will be seeing this part. Okay. We will be showing this part. Yeah, so first case, if menu open is true, in that case, what we will be showing? So we will be showing our x. Okay, yeah, one minute, we will be showing our x. So x we have already imported from the Lucid React. Yeah, so that will be shown on the screen. Let me close it up properly. Yeah. And along with this, we will be giving height and width for this. Is as name and h we are going to give it as 6 and width also we are going to give it at 6. Okay. Yeah, Anamika, what should I route? Can you come? I haven't seen okay, sir. वगैरह reports वगैरह के बाद उसके लिए कुछ होनी हुआ Anamika, there would be issue with maybe baggage or something. I cannot really tell you what's the issue without seeing the error. Okay. I will share the code with you. Once you get the code, you can fill it up with your code, and if still exists, then we can connect it some other way. Okay. Yeah, you have to submit it. I think so. After completion of bootcamp, we will get 2 days to work upon this. So do not worry, you will have enough time. Okay. So we have added the X, and now we will be adding the menu. Okay, so menu will be in same way, and class name will give a class name, and width and height will be given 6. So width is 6 and height is also given as 6. Okay, and one thing that we would be missing, yeah, everything looks fine, right? It's fine. This menu open is fine, and we have our question mark in place. But let me give a space to this. One and menu does look fine, and we have forgotten this writer. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so now this will control what menu should be showing. Okay, if you will be seeing a burger menu icon, or else you will be seeing its menu icon. Okay, so let's quickly decode how it is going to work. Yeah. Okay, guys. Guys, is there any buffering in my audio? Is the issue with all of you, or there is issue with only some of you? Okay, just wait a minute. Let me switch to different audio. Okay, I think so that would be okay. Switch my audio. I was using some other thing. Yeah, so see, what will happen in this case? And if there is an individual issue, then please look into yours. Yeah, so this, how will it work? So what is going to happen if this part is true? If suppose this part is true, it means the menu bar is open. Okay. If this part is true, it means the menu bar is open. And if it is open, then in this case, this part will be shown on the screen. Okay. This part will be visible. When will it be visible? When this menu is true. Suppose this menu is kept false. Its menu is kept false. In this case, this part will be, I think, shown on the screen. So that is what we are using ternary operator. Okay, guys, this is ternary operator of JavaScript. Yeah. So kind of if-else statement, but in a more compact way. So that is what we have ternary operator we use for. Yeah. Okay. So it is defined how we will be giving. What is meaning of X? You have seen the cross icon, right? Cross icon. That is the X, okay? It does not mean anything special. X is the cross icon that we have imported. Okay, so let's quickly get into this. We'll add on click function. Okay, so whenever we click on this button, we need to have some changes getting shown on the screen. Not getting shown, but actually some backend changes. Okay, so we want that up. So whenever we click on the yeah, so whenever we click on this button, we want to change this part. So set menu open. So we want to, 1 minute, is menu open and other name was, okay, is other name should be set menu open. Okay. So we will be changing this set menu open option and we will reverse it up. We set menu option and we'll write it up. Yeah, not equal to menu open. Okay. So what will happen in this case? 1 minute. Menu open. Or else it was small menu. Okay. Is menu open? Okay, guys, let me correct it out. It should be is menu open. That should be set menu. It is not any convention for you to do this. But we write it is menu open because we know easiness is in understanding. Okay. We want to understand which pointer is setting up the menu and which pointer is opening up the menu. Okay. So that is why we are doing this. Let me check. It's fine now, right? Is menu open? Okay, open is smaller case. So let me correct it out. Spelling should be correct. Okay, fine. Now, on button click, what I want to do is I want to reverse the current state. Okay, I want to use the current state of the menu. Yeah. So, yeah, so whenever the menu is set to true, in that case, we will click on this and our menu will go back to false. Or else if it is false, in that case, it will go back to true. Okay, so that will be the case over here. Yeah. So this button will work like that. And after yeah, so function is given, we will be giving our class name that is styling to this button. Okay, so styling to this button will be given. Now, styling will be mostly text white, text white, or triple T, text white. Yeah. So on hover, we wanted to have a deal of around 200, and it should be text deal of 200, not just deal of 200. Text deal of 200. Okay. Yeah. So hover has been added, and text has been added. And what others we can add is we can add the focus outline and it should be kept to none. Okay. We want focus outline, but it should be kept to around none. And we'll also add a small transition of hover. Okay. Or else transition of color. Transition see over the R and its duration. to be around 200 seconds. Yeah. So this is how it should look like. Fine. After that, we have to open up the desktop navigation right here. Okay. Now you can see on the screen the burger menu getting shown up on the screen. Okay. Guys, just quickly tell me the voice issue is with everyone or some of you are getting the voice issue? Because I see half of the population saying that there is some voice issues, half of them are saying is that everything is fine. So can you please tell me, is it the real issue that you're getting or the issue is from your side? Because if you keep on adding this problem and half of you are saying that it's fine, so I might get confused. Voice is clear. Sometimes voice that's okay. There is voice issue. Salgur means according to no, sir, your voice is clear. Set full screen of your coding window. If I set full screen of my coding window, where will I show the output, guys, I have to see that part too. Okay. I can't particularly switch again and again between two windows. That's why I keep it like that. Okay, no problem. So now you can see up on the screen we have a burger menu getting shown. Okay, when we click on this burger menu, then it changes to cross. We haven't added the other icons. Okay, the other icons. So we will add that part, and then after that it will be all clear. Yeah. So button is done. Now let's get back to next thing. So now here we will be starting our menu bar. Okay. Okay. So now here it will be mobile navigation. So this will be the mobile navigation part. Same as we did in the desktop navigation, we will be defining the navigation part over here. So now this navigation part will be shown only if the is menu is added as true. Okay. If the is menu is not added as true, in that case it will not get shown. And we'll be adding and inside the small braces we will add everything. Okay, so this is same thing as we did in the desktop part, small changes. So let's quickly be done with this. Okay, we are not going to waste much time on this part. Yeah. So class name is given. Yeah. So class name is given, and now again it should be only shown on a small screen. So we'll be adding medium as hidden, and other things it should not be shown. Okay, so that's why medium is added as hidden. Background gradient. Let's not ask me what background gradient is. I explained you yesterday itself. Okay, gradient to bottom. So now we are adding background gradient from top to bottom. Okay, not from left to right, but from top to bottom. And background gradient, I want it from Indigo 600 to 600. Okay, so this will be the background gradient that we are going to add. So right now, you cannot see anything on the screen. So once we add the text, in that case, you will be seeing it on the screen. Okay, guys, fine till this point. As if you missed any attendance yesterday, we cannot help now because all attendance get closed on time. So we cannot help that part. Okay, so be cautious about this. Okay, yeah. So we are giving a padding X of and we are padding top also as two, padding bottom also as two. Sorry, three. And one thing more, space Y of two. Okay, in terms of Y, we are adding a space, and in case of small screen, we will be adding padding X as three. So the space between them. You can also work with space of one. That will also work fine. Okay, it's your choice how you are seeing the output on the screen. It's your choice in this case. Yeah. So now we'll be using our anchor tag to write the tags that we are going to use. Okay. So first tag that we have is about. Yeah. So we have the about tag. It will be same as the top one, but there will be some differences. So what we can do is, okay, no problem, we'll design the new one. Okay, we are not going to copy the same thing. We will design the new one. So now inside this class name, we'll write everything up. Okay. So we want our text to be white. As you all know, text will be kept as white. When we hover, we want our deal to be 400 in case of hover. Okay. Uh, and yeah, so deal. Okay, one thing I missed out. It should be text deal 400. Okay, not deal 400, but actually text color should be deal 400. Yeah. Okay, so display should be kept as crop and padding X should be kept as 3 and padding Y we are keeping it as 2. Okay, so this is not pixel, but yeah, so around it we want as medium. So we want our block to have a medium roundness. Okay, and we'll add a transition of color. Yeah, so transition of color will be added in this case, and the duration for this transition is again kept as 200. Okay, so let me see on the screen if we are able to see the output or not. Okay, it's fine. You are able to see the output now. And same way, we will copy this up and we'll see how many more icons, or sorry, how many more we want. So one, two, three, four, five. We would need five. So we'll just directly copy it up. Two, three, four, five. Okay. And after about next thing that we want is still okay. We want tracer and after about skill tracer and then it will be I think so projects. Projects. Okay. And the last one will be our contact. Okay, guys. So now let's see the output that we can see it up on the screen. So you can see the burger menu. Right now, the state is set as false. Okay, that's why we are seeing the burger menu. When I click on the state, when I click on the burger menu, you can see the output getting shown on the screen. 1 minute. There is one. Okay, we haven't added this. Again, I will write about depending upon the changes to make the changes. Okay. So this is the navigation menu for small screen. Okay. This is navigation menu for small screen. Okay. On a big screen, it will not be like that. If I match it up, okay, I am not able to match it up. Let me load it on a separate screen. Okay, once it loads, then I will show. So in large screen window, you are going to see all of the snap links on the top here or on the top here. Okay. So only in this case, you will seeing it up like this because of small size window. So that is how we are going to manage our responsiveness. Okay. So with this, the navbar part is done. Yes. So we have written all things. We have managed our responsiveness. We have created a state part and everything is done. Our, our part is responsive as well. Okay, so you can see it up on the screen. For the large size window, this will be the output, and for the small size window, you are going to see this output. Okay. Yeah, guys, if you have missed attendance, other cases can be worked out. Okay, don't worry. It's not like if you have missed 1 day's attendance, you will be kicked out of the session or you will not get certificate. Something will be managed. Okay, don't get panicked. Don't get panicked about everything. Okay, everything can be managed somehow. Yeah, yeah. So till this point, guys, yeah, mute game. You will be getting all codes. Today's every code you will get. I will share this whole sandbox. Okay. Yeah, not about the yesterday's class, but today's class, I cannot tell you about yesterday's attendance, guys. Okay, everything is not in my hand. Something is managed by operation and other places. So yeah. Okay, guys. Quickly tell me if there is any doubt from your side. Yeah, Aman, Hindi तो मैं use कर लूँ, but there will be language barrier between all you. Okay, there are some people from south part of India. They will get troubled in understanding. So that's why I'm using English for everyone. Okay. Yeah, Asma, you will get the code. Do not worry about that. Once the session is done, you will get the code. Iconic, whatever your name is, you should start a coding journey from learning the basic. Okay, if you haven't done, you should start with the basic. Yeah, this is the lower part of the code from the mobile navigation part. Yeah, yeah, one will use mic. I have purchased one. Will use show in some. caption of it. Okay, no problem. In tomorrow's class, we'll switch on the caption too. Okay. Yeah, guys, you will get the code. I will share the code sandbox link. Do not worry and do not cry about that. See, JSON responsiveness can be managed only when you understand how designs will work in different window sizes. Okay. So you have to hide some of the content on different size of screen. So that's why you can see I am hiding some content in large size window. I'm hiding some content on small size window. So you have to manage that part up and always at least you have to write two blocks of code, one for large screen window and another one for your mobile size or small screen window. Okay. So you have to manage that part on your own. Like try to understand some basic of how things will work out on different cases. Okay. Yeah, guys, fine, fine from your side, no doubt. Everything looks good. Yeah, Krupa, what basics did you cover in your college? The thing is, Krupa, try learning from other parts too, because college teaches you for exam. Some cases, most of the faculty might be some good faculty. I'm not telling every faculty. Some faculty or some cases curriculum is not that perfect. Yeah. So in that case, the practical part and others can be missed out. So try exploring other this documentation, other resources, and that would be much more get better. Okay. I can see the output in my screen, but I cannot show you because right now I'm on my laptop. So the screen size is closely similar to the mobile screen, so output will be particularly same like the zone. Okay. As you will get the attendance form, have patience, everything will be good. Okay. So now we will move to our other section that will be about section. Footer will tell you what to do with the footer. Okay. So let me create file for about. Now again, if I write JSX or JS, no problem. Everything will work. It's my choice if I want to write JSX or else. Why did you change the menu open name though? When see, 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 see. It's not any problem. And why did I change the menu open name? Because that's what convention I follow for myself. Okay, it's not the rigid convention. Okay, if you want to write any name, it's your choice. It's totally user's choice. It's not any compiler's choice or it's not predefined name. It's my choice, so that's why I changed it up for my clear understanding. Okay, there was no particular reason behind that. Even if you write some random name for both, that will also work fine. Okay. Yes, so let's get into about section. So we will be writing the section and footer most probably what we will do is we can have it as a challenge for you for today's session. Okay. So we'll share the code with you for the footer. Everything will be shared with you today. You have to work upon it and you have to complete that footer. See guys, what will I share? I will share you the UI that you should make for both size window, small size and large size window. And I will also share the code, but I do not want you to copy that code up and directly add it in your code sandbox or local repo. I want you to code it on your own. And if you ask me why I doing this for your practice, okay? Because for me, creating footer is not a great task. I will be creating all of the sections. I can create the footer also. Okay, fine. Yeah, should we move to the next part? Okay, great. So now next part will be about section. So this about section will, yes, you will get every code possible. Do not worry. Okay, we did not share the code yesterday because it was not a significant code, but you will be getting every code possible. Okay, guys. So we'll move to the next part. Yeah. So if your logo and name is still showing on the screen, try checking the justify center thing. Okay. Try adding justify between or justify space around. So that will be much better. Okay. Yeah. So guys, full of experimentation. You can try all type of things. Okay. If justify center is not working fine, you can just try this space between or justify between. Okay. So that will also be better thing for you. Yeah, so remove this justify center, try adding justify between, that would work fine. Okay. Yes, no problem. I will share the code. Once we get that code, you can move. How can I move it to the left side? Start with justify start, or else you would be having something like justify start itself, I think so. Let me check. Uh, so justify, so we have justify start, and I getting a recommendation. Okay. Most probably we have. Let me check because I also do not remember every class name possible. Okay, because we have many class names that we have to remember. And guys, you should not go behind remembering this whole thing because you know everything is available in documentation. It's not an exam, okay? So justify start and justify end can be used to move it to the left or the right side of the screen. Yeah. Okay, so we'll move to about.jsx. Will not move, waste much of your time. So this will be a pure UI, not much thing. Okay, again. So let me start with export default function, and it will be about which export default function about, and we'll start this part. Guys, Kanishka, attendance is not written. You will get the attendance form probably at the end of lecture when we will be close to ending our lecture. Okay, so you can mark your attendance at that point. Before that, just focus on lecture. Okay. Yeah. So the about section. So about section will mostly you part. Okay. And what we will do is we will go to React. Okay, so we are going to import React. We are not going to use any user state or anything. We will just have a simple UI today. So in this part, we'll define our return. Okay, return and then this. And because as it is a UI part, we might move somewhat fast. Okay, and if you get any doubts in between, you can just write it in the chat and we will clear it out. The audio is not from your side. Audio issue is not from your side. Imtiaz, the thing is, most of you are having the problem, like not most of you are having the problem. I think so it's fine from my side. Just can you look up in your side or else you can try increasing the volume? Because this is the audio that I am using every time. Okay, no problem. I'm going to like rectify it. I will most probably have a microphone coming like this. Hopefully, it gets delivered to me soon before closing this program. Okay. Yeah, so let's begin with about.jsx. Yeah, so same thing. We'll give the class name, and the class name will have two, three things. We'll have minimum height. I want to give minimum height to be three, or else you can give minimum height as whatever you want, or else height as max. Okay, and we are going to stick with full. And same thing, we will be giving a background gradient. And again, I will tell you. Please, hopefully, no one asks me what background gradient is. Now, in this case, we are going for background gradient from top to bottom. Okay, we are going to use background gradient from top to bottom. That's right. We have defined it as 2D. Okay, surrounding buffer. I do not have any background noise right now, so I'm not understanding what buffer you are getting. Okay. From. So let me define a from. Okay. So from I want it from Indigo to Indigo. So we'll take it from white. Gradient should start from white and go from till gray 50. Okay, should go till gray 50. Guys, first, do one thing. First of all, get to a clear understanding if my voice is clear or not clear. Okay. Uh, Whole of the session, I'm having around 40-50% of you telling me not clear, 40-50 telling clear. So I'm not clearly understanding. It's my issue or your issue. Okay. The thing is, please check and tell if it is fine now. Because I have been switching in all possible things that we have. So, okay, it buffers sometimes but when I ask, it becomes good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we are giving it to grade 50. Okay. Okay. Now let's get into another part. Next div that we have. So this div will control the parts, and first div controlled our screen size, and div will control our other parts. Okay. Yeah. So now this part will be with part of the thing. They give it a style maximum width of 7 XL. So it should be not WD, but actually W. So maximum width of 7 XL. So use shortcut refer for function. Yeah, I can use, but the thing is again, if I use RAFCE and someone will ask where are you getting this RAFCE and other things from. Okay, so that's why I every time define it from scratch because in development we can use, but while teaching we have to begin from basic part. Okay. Yeah, so margin X will is auto, yeah, because we want auto margin. Padding Y, we are keeping it as 4, and in case of small screen, we are keeping it as 6. Okay, for a small screen. I gave a padding Y. Okay, it should be padding X, not padding Y. Okay, so small screen, it should be 6. And for the large screen, padding X, we want it to be close to 8. And padding Y for all cases will be to 16. Yes, I think so. Video is not an issue here. Please look into your internet connection. Okay, video would be clear. If there is any issue, I would take it as audio issue. Video, I think so. It's clearly clear. Okay. Yeah. So this is done. Now we will be writing our hero section code here. So let me write a comment for you to understand that this is where we actually begin our hero section. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this will be our one more inner div. Here we will be writing a word. 1 minute. We have to close one more div. We close this part and we will be good to go. Yeah. Okay. So now this will be most of the part will be theoretical part as well as most will be only UI part. Yeah. So H1 tag, P tag, and other tags. So once I define H1 tag, we'll be going on using that same particular tag, but with small differences. Okay. Other things will be same. So let me give class name and we want our text to be at the center. So that's why we are writing it as text center. Okay. Yeah. So text center and we'll give a space y and space y between like we are talking about this space or text space y space space y we are giving it as 8 and margin bottom we are giving it as 16. Okay. 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 Then margin bottom is 16. Okay, so text center space by will be 8 and margin bottom will be 16. And over here, we will be using our H1 tag to show up the heading. So mostly heading can be anything related to your intro. Okay, whatever intro you want to add in, it will be that part. Okay. So I might be writing that what my name is, so I can write it by I am unsure. So that might be my and now I would like to style it up. Okay. Yeah, one more thing. We are done with basic part. Just we will import this part. Yeah, so we are importing the about section. Import about com component slash about. So we'll be copying it up. Component slash about. Yeah, so we'll preview this up. Guys, I hope so you have some patience because if I do not preview, there would be some reason. Okay, stop typing this up that you are not previewing and everything. I know I'm previewing. I know that part. Okay. Yeah, so I mentioned that will be the class name. Okay, so class name we will be giving it as 5 pixel. Okay. The size I want it 5 pixel and the font that I would need is kind of bold. Okay. So font will be bold. Okay. So now, along with the font, I also need to add a background gradient because I want the color to be changing. So background gradient to right. Okay, I want the background gradient to be from left to right and back to Indigo 600. Okay, it should be from Indigo 600 to what should be 2. So 2 should be T 500. So we use this same for our bar and with add a wire. We added a wire in this case, and I can see that I made a spelling mistake with Indigo. Okay. Yeah, so Indigo 600 deal 5. Yeah, and we can add a wire also in between wire, so that will be purple, and wire will go till purple 600 itself. Okay. So same styling we gave for the navbar part, and we are giving it for this part too. Yeah. Okay, if you get any doubts, then you can ask me, or else we are moving forward. So we will. So no, we have given the background. We haven't given the text color. Okay, we have given a background. So now we want our text to become transparent. So first thing that we will add is background clip text. Okay, and we want our text to be transparent. Okay, so text should be kept as transparent. Wait a minute. Is everything fine? What is the spelling of background? Background. Okay. Background gradient we have given fine. It looks good. From Indigo 600 via Power to T 600 and background clip text and background transfer looks good. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let me check what is the issue. So if I remove this transparent, in that case it is getting shown. But when I write transparent, it is not getting shown. So what could possible be? Okay, just give me a moment. A small issue that we are facing is whenever we are adding a transparent, in this case, we are not seeing up on screen. Okay, give me a moment. Let me check what's the issue. So for the colors that we have given background gradient. Okay, so the spelling of gradient is also right. Gradient. Okay, background gradient 2. Fine. Okay, I have missed a O into that's why we are not able to see the output. Okay, it's fine. So we added a gradient to background, so that is why we made our text as transparent, or else we would not add it. Okay, so this is the first part. Now, after writing this part, we'll add a small p tag and we'll add a small description about myself. Okay, small description about myself will be added anything like I am a developer and mentor like this or anything you can add. You can add whatever lines of description you want. Right now we are creating a dummy kind of thing. That's why I'm not adding much of it. As you will get the attendance, we'll take up the session till 9:15. Sorry, 8:15, not 9:15. So you will get the attendance now. Okay. So next in this case will be Excel. Yeah. And text will be gray 100. Let's see how it will look. Yeah, it will be fine. And the font that we would need is normal. We will not need any extra bold or anything. Sir, above div class, why you used? What div are you talking about? The first div, second div, or the third div? Just write for the third, and I will explain you why we use that. Yeah. Okay. So we have added this up. We will add a maximum width of 3x above two divs. So first div was used for giving the window size and background other parts. Second div was used for giving maximum like margin or maximum margin, maximum width, adding and other things for small size and big size window. Okay. First is taking up the window size. Second is taking up margin and well as adding in that case. You can change the font as well as per your choice. It's not my choice, so you can. Okay. Yeah. So we have kept as maximum width as 3 XL. Margin X we are keeping it as auto. Okay. We want it as to be auto. Okay. So this is the type. If you want, you can add many more things like I have worked on many projects and have been doing freelance work for many of my clients. Okay, just it's a dummy text. It's your choice of what text you want to add. You can add it up accordingly. Okay, about is declared, but its value is never read or TypeScript. Are you using TypeScript? If you're using TypeScript, then it would be difficult. But one minute. About is declared, but its value is never read. Or if you could not find a declaration file for model, check for the paths that you have given for your types or for your file, if it is existing, and also check for the function name and file name that you have named. Okay, if function name file name is also different. In that case, you can get it. Okay, check for everything. Return where is the return spelling wrong? Is it in the class name or in the description? If it is in the description, no problem. Okay. Over on the top, I have written the return spelling right, so I think so it would be your mistake or something. Yeah, so yeah, so we have written our name, kind of I am Anshul, and then I have written a small kind of description for me. Now I want to add a profile image. I will not be adding profile image, but will create a section to add a profile image. Okay, profile image. So this will be the part where we will be adding our profile image. So let me create a div in which we are will be adding this profile image. Yes, again, we will go max to max till 8:50, not greater than that. So sit relaxed, just 15 minutes more will take. Tomorrow session might be till 8:30. It depends, okay? So we are going to add a profile, okay? Now it will be a relative div, not an absolute div, okay? Relative spelling. Guys, if I make any spelling in terms of spelling mistakes in terms of defining class, please inform me because I make many. Yeah, so in this case, we'll add a flex items center as well as our justify will be center. Okay, item center and justify center. We'll add a margin bottom of 16. Reference error might find variable return. So see guys, we are writing only one return on the top. Check the spelling of return over here. Okay, in your file. Check the spelling of return in your file if you have added it or not. Other than this, we haven't added return anywhere. Okay, yeah, guys, we will get the attendance form. Have patience. Why are you in a hurry to leave the session? Okay, yeah, so we have added this part. Now we will add a small kind of blurry background. Okay, so inside this div itself, we'll begin that part. Yeah, so div, and last name. Okay, yeah, so yeah, have patience. It will be max to max 15, 20, 25 minutes more. Okay, not greater than that. Yeah, so let me complete this part. This is a small UI part itself. Okay. Yeah, so now it will be a absolute class. We have already defined a relative on outer div. So inner div will name it as absolute. Okay. So we want it to be at the zero. Insertion will be at 0 point and will be given a background gradient. Okay. Now the gradient, what should be the gradient to? Be like again to the right side. So background gradient to the right side. And the same gradient will be given the indigo part that we gave. So background indigo 600. Indigo again it is wrong. So let me write it out. Indigo 600. Okay. So background indigo 600. Via it should purple 600. Same thing we are repeating it again and we'll go till T. T 600. Yeah. So this is the background gradient that we wanted to add. And we want it to be rounded full. We want it to be full circle. So that's why we are adding rounded full. And we will be adding a blur of large as well as our opacity. 20. Okay, fine. Okay, guys, do not spam attendance again and again. Okay, others are getting disturbed. If you are so eager, just wait. We'll circulate the attendance form. Okay, it's not like I will be sitting the whole day with you. We'll send this. Okay. Yeah, so in image tag, we'll be image tag using image tag and we'll define ALT and HTTP file image. And after profile image, we'll name our class name. I know. So image tag we are using, we would need alternate thing and we will be defining class name. I'm not adding SRC. Why I'm not adding SRC? Because that's your part to do. You can add SRC as per your choice. When you get the code, you can add it up according to. Yes, so now, uh, first thing I told that I wanted my screen to be rounded. Okay, so that's why I'm adding it as rounded of full. Okay, and with rounded of full, we'll add a transform, and there should be space between full and transform. Okay, full and transform. And again, the same thing will occur, and we want power. Now, in this case, we are adding a power of scale. Okay, I hope so. You can get to you are knowing already knowing what the scale means. Okay, it means this all sizes. Okay, sizes on all sides will be increased to 110. So next step will be adding transition. So we'll add a transition in this part. And what should transition be? So if we are adding a transition, it should have a duration. Yes, actually, we'll get the notes today. Everything that we have. So shadow, we are adding a large shadow, and screen size or a screen relation will be relative. As is there any doubt till this point? I'm going on coding, but I haven't asked you. Is there any doubt till this point, or else everything is fine from your side? Yeah, guys, everything will be sent to you. Do not worry about that. Everything will be sent to you. Yeah, okay. I think so. There's no doubt. So let me complete that part up. Yeah, so I'm adding a Z index of 10. Now with the Z index of 10, we'll add a border of 4. Does it has H1 to H6 headers? Obviously, HTML has H1 to H6 headers. What type of question are you trying to ask? Yeah, obviously H1, H6, everything is possible. You can use whatever you want. You can define the text size. Okay, and we are going to use border. Right in this case, it has 48. It has 48. Without width and height, it will not be looking good. And object property, I want it to be covered. Okay, object property, I want it to be covered. Yeah, great. So now you can see it a small circle getting formed over here, and I think so. I gave it a border. Border was given, right? Border of white was given. Yes, border was given of white color, and profile image, source is fine, everything is fine. Background gradient 2 hour is fine. So perform over scale, 110, and then transition duration 300. Okay, so this will be the part where we will be adding the image. So I'm not adding it up. It will be your task to add. Okay, everything is great in this part. We have added a small section. Yeah, so this will be your job to work upon this part. Okay, guys. Yeah, so now what we will do is, after this part, we'll define our professional background part. Yeah, so once we are done with this, then probably we'll close the session. Add a dummy image. Yeah, we can add a dummy image. Okay, no problem. You can add it up anything. Okay, so let's add a professional. So it will be a comment. Okay, so professional background. So what we actually did in terms of professional background, we'll be adding this in this part. This will be purely a descriptive part, purely a UI, not anything greater than that. Okay. Yeah, guys, wait a minute. You will get that in this moment. Let me check. So, okay, wait a minute. I think so. More than learning the concept, you are more eager about attendance. Yeah. Okay, so let's get into that part. You will get attendance form soon getting pinned on your screen. Yeah, so let's complete this professional background part. Yeah, so we'll give a class name for this and we'll probably start the styling. So this will be kind of white card. Okay, so we have a card in that and we'll be showing it up. So the background that I want is white and the shadow that I want is medium. If it does not looks really good, then we'll increase it up to Excel. Yeah, and margin bottom, we are keeping it as 16. Okay, so we are keeping the margin bottom kind of consistent. And after this, we'll use our H1 tag. Okay, so what we will do, we will copy the same H1 tag that we defined and we will change up some of the styling in this and then we can use it up. So H1 will write it as 3XL and font should be, semi-bold. Okay, font should be kind of semi-bold and color, I don't think so we would need a gradient. So what we will do is we will remove the gradient part because we do not need this gradient. We want our text to be black. Okay. Yeah. So this is what we want to see on the screen. And instead of I am unsure, I will write it as professional journey. Okay. So this will be professional journey part. And we'll add more in this. Yeah, professional journey, and yeah, after that we'll add a description about okay what we are doing and what we have done and other parts related to this. So let's get into that. So H1 is already done. H1, so after H1 we'll define motive, okay, and this 1 minute it should be div, and this will hold the paragraph for you. Okay, it will hold the paragraph for you. So we'll define a space y of 6. Okay, I'm writing it outside. It should be inside the class. Class name space of y will be given as close to 6. Okay. Why we will be adding two paragraphs, and in between those two paragraphs, we need a space of 2. Yeah. We want our text to stick to the left side of the screen and maximum width to be 4 XL and margin text to be order. Okay. And now inside this, we'll be using our p tag and not one, but actually two p tag. Okay. Yeah. So two B tags will be used in this case. So we are going to take a dummy text. Before that, let me give it a class name. So now the outer header was given a text of 3XL, and now we will be giving a text of large in this case. Text of large and text gray of 600. So okay, now I'm taking some random text. I already have written one. It's nothing but a random thing. Okay, you can also add up at this part. So it will be one para added and one more thing, guys. Margin bottom, and we should add a padding in this case. Why? Because that does not look good. We will add a small padding. So we'll add a padding of around on all sides. Okay, that will look good. Or else let me try six. Six looks. Yeah, okay, six is fine. And we'll also add a border radius. Okay, rounded. We'll add a rounded, rounded of around medium. Okay, rounded of around medium will also. So this is one para. Same way we'll copy the same para because you need two descriptions as per your need. We have added this as a dummy para kind of thing. Okay. And beside below the professional journey, we would need a margin bottom. So we'll have a margin bottom of around 10 pixel in this case. That would look good. Yeah, guys. Fine till this point. Okay. Yeah. So our description is also done. Fine. And now we will add one more grid, a small kind of grid of that will be related to our skills. Okay. And that would be our last part. Do not worry, we'll close the session. Yeah. So E tag and to div tag and we'll add the skills section or part over here. Yeah, guys, we will get the code link. I am writing the code for you only. We will get everything up. And remember the footer section. I will attach the UI for the session. Okay, you can look it up there. This is a small section. Okay, we will be done by 8, 10, or 15. Do not worry about that. Okay, because we will close the session by 8:50. We are not going to stretch it up more. Yeah, so now this this section will need a grid. We are going to define a grid. And for normal size window, grid column, it will be kept as one. And for medium size window, grid columns will be kept as three. Okay, grid column will be kept as three. Gap, we are going to add eight. I hope so you know what gap actually means. Okay, so we have defined our outer grid, and then we'll now guys, just give me one minute. So, outer grid is defined in this case. Okay, and next part will be okay. So let's get into this part. And what we can do is we will be defining one more div in it. So this will be one. Now this will be the grid part that we are going to work on. Okay. Yeah. So now again, class name that we need to give, and it should be div. Guys, you will get the link soon. Please have patience. Okay. I see you are like you are getting so much impatient. I already told you it will go till 8:15. So please. Okay, guys. Yeah, I think so. In the middle of the lecture itself, I told you the lecture will go till 8:15. Do not let me repeat again and again. Please have patience, just 15 minutes more, and we will end this lecture. Okay, you will get it up. Yeah, so now the next step, it will control your padding and other parts. Okay, that will be controlled. Yeah, you will get the attendance form, guys. Please stop spanning. It's not like if you will span, it's not going to happen soon, okay? Just give me time and you will get it. Yeah, so padding, we are going to add a stitch of padding, background white and rounded off Excel. Okay, rounded off. Yeah. Okay, everything is fine. Everything looks good. No errors. Yeah, great. Okay, so around it, we are adding Excel and we'll also add a shadow as well as a transition. Okay, so we'll add a shadow. In the normal case, will shadow will be of medium. But in case of hover, a shadow of around Excel can be added. Extra large or else LG or large can be added. And we are doing a transition of shadow. Okay. And the duration for transition will be, as let me write it out. It should be duration, and duration will add it to 200 milliseconds. Okay, so you make mistakes. Obviously, everyone makes mistakes. Am I human or am I a robot? Yes, obviously, human makes mistake. What type of thing is this that you make mistake? Obviously, I make many spelling mistakes while coding. It's normal. I know that part of myself. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so let's get into the heading part. Okay, so we'll add a heading for us, and this will be a repeated card kind of thing. Okay, so once we make one card, we'll copy paste the cards for other. So we need a H1 tag, so we'll copy the H1 tag from this part. Okay, and the text size will be same. So inside the div, we'll add this H1 part. Okay, is there an issue? Yeah, there is one issue, and that issue is after professional background, we have defined a flex, I think so. Profile image, after profile image, we have defined a flex. Yeah, I think so. We closed that flex clearly. Yeah, it was closed, and for professional background, for professional background, let me check it was closed or not. Okay, let me do one thing. We'll close one div over here. So we added one extra div. So we'll remove one div at the bottom. Okay. Yeah. Now it's so we forgot to put multi-country. So here are different event. Yeah. So professional journey and then another thing that we need is a paragraph tag or else descriptive tag. So again, the paragraph tag will be same as the we did in this part. Okay, as attendance link is already posted, you can mark your attendance, and I hope so from this lecture you be patient. If like I told you already that we will be going to late 15, so please be patient till that point. Yeah. Okay. So this will be the first card that we have made. Yeah. So you can see the overfit and everything working fine. Now, same way we will add two, three card, and as this is a dummy data, I'm not going to change any data. So the data changing part will be clearly for you as per your choice and as per your experience and others. Okay. So this is just kind of dummy data that we are adding. So hope so like uh, I add a front end developer for first one. So I added a front end a front-end developer for first card, then back-end for second card, back-end developer for second card, and for the third, I would like to add as not UI UX, but as API. There's nothing specific as API developer, but back-end developer takes care of it. So just we are adding it up. Okay. So this will be our skills section. Okay, guys, fine till this point. We can also have a change of text in this part. Not a change of text, but actually change of text colors. So as we have three colors, what we can do is we can add it as Indigo 600, not gray, but actually Indigo 600. Okay, sorry, 1 minute. I'm talking about the header. So we can add it as text indigo 600. Okay, we can add text indigo 600. For the second thing, for second header, we can add a text of T, and again it is for 600. Yeah, we had we can add a purple for this. Like I'm doing it because it would look much better. Yeah, so this will be text purple 600. Okay. So yes, so with this, the skill section is also okay. Looks good. Everything is fine till this point, and we are mostly completed with the about section. We have one more small part to complete. Okay, just give me a moment. Yeah, so till then, look into code. If you have any doubts, yeah, guys, do you have any doubts at this point related to anything? Yeah, that's all. We'll end it at this point. I'm going to start any other section. We have one or two more part remaining in this contacts and not contact, but about section. Very easy part. We'll probably complete that up in 15 minutes and we'll start our next part. Now, about our small assignment that we want to give. Okay. I told you that I will be giving the footer part to you as assignment. So let me quickly show you how will this footer look like. Okay. I want from your side. So this will be the small size window. Okay. This will be the output for the small size window. And for the large size window also will add. Guys, I will add the code for footer for you. It's not like I'm not add it up. I will surely add it up when I share it. And today I will share it with you. So instead of copying, I want it to write on your own. Okay, this is a one small challenge for you. Not just copy the code from the sandbox that I share with you, but actually work upon this. Yeah. Uh, yes. In the professional grade, yeah. Okay. So the P tag that you're talking about, just a minute. Okay, yeah, the B tag. In B tag, we have made a spelling mistake of this. Instead of GR double AY, we will have GR AY. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Vardhan, for telling me I made a mistake because I make somewhat much greater spelling mistakes. Okay. I can't get tailwind. Can you share a note for that? You can't get tailwind. Where can you like becomes more specific? Where are you not getting tailwind? Are you not getting tailwind documentation or are you not getting tailwind in this project? If you have marked your attendance, you will hopefully get the attendance first too. I don't know about that part. Okay, guys, I'm not speaking anything else. Yeah, any doubt till this point? If you have any doubt till this point, you can tell me. Meanwhile, I will share the code so that you can get the code on time, code as well as the notes. Okay, are you working on local system or actually in code sandbox? In sandbox, sometimes it gives you unnecessary errors. I can understand. Or else tries looking into the route of your app.js. Okay, there might be some error in that case. Yeah, Venkata, today's code and today's code, everything is in a single code sandbox. So you will get everything over there. Yes, if you're not getting app.js, try looking into the spelling, try looking into the name, try looking into if you have exported it out or not. Okay, there are many possible cases. Try looking into everything possible. Yeah, Manikant, it's your choice. You can work on VS Code. Just maintain the packages that we are using. What exactly do for assignment? For assignment, for today's lecture, what you have to do is 1 minute. Um, yeah, so for assignment, what you have to do is this is the footer section. Create one footer.js in your wherever you are working in your directory. And yeah, this is the footer image. Do not copy paste this image. I want you to create each and every component. Okay, I do not want you to copy the image. This will not work. Okay, create this footer component and you have to place whatever you want to do because we will not be covering this up for you because this is an easy section and I want to give it as a homework for you. So I will be adding footer.js. No problem. I will add that part. But I want you to also work. Okay, footer.js. I have already created the file. I will add the code for footer also. Image icon. Why do you need a file? We haven't used any image right here. You can see there is no image right here that we have used. Okay, you can create your own image or else you can use your own image. Yeah, guys, fine. Everything is fine till this point. If you want to use an icon for that image, you can get it up from Lucid React or else from sorry, you can get it from Lucid React or else from other parts like React icons and other places. Okay, if you do not want to use your actual icon. Okay, guys, everything clear? For the footer, is there any image in the footer? We do not have any image in the footer. We have social media icons. You can get those social media icons from Lucid React or else from React icon. Is it possible to share the code link? Yeah, obviously, Rafi, we will be sharing the code link. Do not worry about that part. Okay. Okay, great guys. It was great having session with you today. So we'll close this up session now, and tomorrow we'll begin again from this part where we left today. We'll complete the about.jsx, then we'll go to skills section and other parts that we have. Okay, great. Okay, then can we write footer section in about? No, not write footer section in about.js. Create a new folder, a file, footer.js, and then write a code over there. Okay. Okay, guys, we'll end the stream over here. Thank you for joining. I had a great time with you also. You got many things to learn today. And if you have any doubts, you can ask in the next session. Okay, okay then we'll close this session out now. Okay, have a nice day.